Good morning, friends. Of course, the dog started barking as soon as I turned on the camera. Today I'm at Seven Islands State Park over here in Kodak, Tennessee. I live in Kodak. It's not far from my house. I used to bring the dogs here a lot. And it's been a minute since I've actually been on a trail due to working and just other things going on. I don't even know if I've hiked since the Foothills Trail, so I wouldn't call this much of a hike day. I just come out for just to get a couple of miles in. I've been missing getting outside hiking, so I decided to come out today. I work tonight, overnight, my first overnight in a few years, so that'll be fun. So I'm hoping to get a little tired from this and go home and take a nap. It is right before noon, so I just thought I'd pop on here, and when I get to the top of this little climb, I'll show you what view I can see, and then we'll just have a little chat about me. For those that are interested to want to know a little bit more about me before I start my hike, I'll just give you a little bit of background. All right, I'll catch you guys up the trail. All right, guys. This is where we're gonna sit for a minute and talk, but it's really hard to see because of the overgrowth, but I'll zoom in. There's some mountains in the distance. This mountain right up in here is Mount LeConte. Okay, so I'm gonna sit here for a minute and have some water and give you guys just a little bit of information about me, where I'm from, what I do, how I got started with the thought of through hiking and hiking in general, backpacking. So we'll get right into it here. Let me just get a drink. Okay, so my name is Tina. On the trail, I got my name as U-Turn. That happened back in 2019 when I attempted to hike the trail. Back then, I'm not going to get into all that now. I have videos up from the days that I was out there. But I was born in Florida. I am 47 years old. I lived in Florida until I was 20 or 21. It's shady, I can't remember. And then I moved to Maine. I lived in Maine for 17 years, and then I moved to Tennessee. Currently, I live in Kodak, Tennessee, but I used to live in Pigeon Forge for 3 years, right at the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. That was my playground, and that is where I first fell in love with the AT. When we first moved here, we were like tourists and visitors at the time, so we wanted to check everything out, and we were up at Newfound Gap, and that's where I saw the sign for the Appalachian Trail. Now, I think I recognized it at that time and realized that that was a thing. I just didn't know too much about it. And then that was 2016. And then in 2017, I really began to hike. I found Dixie on YouTube. She was the first one that I ever watched a full through hike vlog on YouTube. And then 2017, I really started watching a lot of hikers, Early Riser, the Black Alatchin. I watched Not By Sight is his channel, Disciple, and became really good friends with him and his wife, Halo. She has joined me out on the Foothills Trail. Of course, if you guys watch those videos, you'll know what happened there, but I'm not going to get into all that. But I met a lot of people through the trail. Met her through the trail and with Halo. So the trail just really brings, a lot of people together. If you guys are familiar, I live really close to the Plum Hiker. she thru hiked in 23, I believe, 24 or 23, and she lives right in Pigeon Forge. So I'll continue on walking. Wanted to mention back in 2017, some of my earlier videos here on YouTube, I started doing trail magic. Actually, Scoutmaster was the first person to ever receive my trail magic when he came through the Smokies in February of 2017. 2018, I went to my first trail days. I just did a lot of hiking. I immediately felt called to the trail. Felt like it was something that God was leading me to. Couldn't quite put my finger on it, but I just knew that I knew. So my husband was very supportive. So anyway, did all that, and I didn't obviously finish in 2019. I got off trail. There's a long story behind that, but I just knew it wasn't the time. Fast forward all these years, and this coming up year is the time. I've waited, I've prayed, and this is when the Lord has for me to go hike the AT. So that's what my plan is. About me, I am a mother of 3 children. My 2 oldest are currently living in Maine. And then my youngest is 15. She is here at home with my husband and I. So she is in 10th grade. I think I mentioned in my intro video, I'm a nurse. I have been a nurse since 2014. And I've done med-surg. I've worked at a doctor's office. I've worked in labor and delivery. I've worked at a plasma center. Currently in oncology. I will be having to quit my job to go hike the trail because they won't let you have a leave of absence for that long in the medical field. So that is the plan, but leaving on good terms. I will be rehireable when I get back, and there are so many opportunities in this area. I mean, I currently work in Knoxville. I've worked in Sevierville at the hospital there in labor and delivery. And there's so many opportunities in nursing. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing when I finish the trail. I know to be prepared that the trail can change you in so many ways. So I'm just leaving it open and in God's hands for his leading, for what, my future in healthcare is going to hold. But for now, I'm going to be finishing up my job here in about 40 something days and heading for Georgia in 70. I still have my quilts that need to come in the mail. I've ordered 2 different quilts, one for summer and one for starting for the colder weather. And I'm waiting for those to still come in, but otherwise I have all of my gear. I just ordered an Insta360 camera. It was highly recommended from a pastor that rode his bike from Florida to New York to raise money and awareness for human trafficking. He told me this weekend, he's like, get it, you won't regret it, it's super lightweight, it's amazing. So I ordered it this morning, so we will see. I'll test some of that out before I go. I kind of wanted to do a GoPro or something similar to be hands-free for when I do certain climbs that I don't want to be holding my cell phone for, but still would love to capture. So we'll see how that works out. I plan on doing a gear video. I know everybody has seen so many gear videos. So I don't know if I'm going to do a full gear video or just like, the main things that I'm going to be carrying, but I will do something. I'll try to do a few more videos before I get started. I did want to mention that if you guys haven't realized by now, that I am a Christian. This will be a clean channel. So if I am hiking around people that, do swear or anything like that, it will not be in a video. So if you have children that want to watch or anything, it's going to be clean. There won't be drinking and drugs or anything like that on my channel. I don't do those things. Everybody has their own experience that they are looking for on the Appalachian Trail, and I don't want to take away from theirs, and I don't want them to take away from mine. So the trail is for everyone, and everybody can experience it how they want to. That is the freedom of this nation. But for my channel, it will be clean as much as possible. I will post scripture if I want to. I will do some clips probably with Christian music in the background, but I also use some other music. It just depends on how I am feeling for the day. And you know, I know a lot of people don't want to be preached to. That's not what I'm here to do. I do feel led of the Lord to hike this trail. So like I said, scripture will be involved periodically or as the Spirit leads. So God is first and foremost in my life, and I'm here just to show love and the light of Jesus to everyone. But what you won't get from me is preaching, because that's not what I've been sent to do. I've just been sent to be the hands and feet of Jesus and to show love and kindness to everyone. So that's what I'm going to do. And I really would love you guys to follow along and be encouraged, help encourage me along the way. I'm going to do another video on like what my struggles I feel are going to be, and what my aspirations are. But just wanted to give you a little bit about me right now and why I'm hiking. I'm hiking because the Lord said go into all the earth. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and just be kind to everyone and love on people and have a good time and see His glory, see His greatness that He has created for us to see, and that man has created this footpath on the land that God created. So it's going to be an amazing time, and I would love to have you guys follow along. And I hope to see you out on the trail. For now, I'm going to say bye. I may do a few videos, clips of the trail here in a minute. Let me turn it around. So pretty. It is a beautiful January day. This is right now what I'm walking on. Around the corner, around here a little ways, it's going to duck back into the woods. So I will pull the camera out there because it feels more like a paved trail then. And now we're about to go steep down. Let's see if I can show you. So over there, that is a bridge. We can walk over and go to the island side. I think it has a little 3-mile loop or something. I've done that many times. not going to do it today because, like I said, I work tonight. So, okay. Oh, there's people coming and children laughing and running. I thought I heard a herd of animals. So anyway, we're gonna go downhill here and get back to the car and get home. Okay guys, I made it back to my car, sitting here in the parking lot. I'm getting ready to go home. I just wanted to check back in and say thank you so much for watching. I'm happy to have you along in my journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content or want to continue watching. Share the videos so other people can find me for the Appalachian Trail hike coming up. And I hope to see you guys out on the trail. Thanks again. Hike hard and pray harder, guys. Thanks. Bye.